Hey, gang. Welcome, everybody, to the Central Pines Regional Council. Yes, ma'am. What a wonderful crowd we have here today. Representatives from counties, towns, local government across the board. And it's going to take all of us together to face the challenges that are coming our way very, very quickly. I am the mayor of the town of Selma out in Johnston County. Of course, we represent 7 counties across this region. Who can name off all 7 off the top of their head? Anybody? Anybody? Oh! And I'm going to try. Let me see what I missed. So, Johnston, Wake, Chatham, Orange, Durham.
Wake?
What's that? We did say Wake, but we'll throw it in there again.
Oh, okay.
Wake is that important. Lee, Harnett. Do we get them all? More. Rock and roll. 7 counties of excellence here in the middle of the fabulous state of North Carolina, growing leaps and bounds.
Don't forget Wake.
Wake!
Chatham County.
But bear in mind, what is happening in North Carolina is amazing. Look, let's be honest, we are the #1 state for business. Let's keep it real. We're growing leaps and bounds. Across all scales, all types of publications, our counties are among the top to move to. Our counties are the top for business. Our towns are the top to retire to, the top to live in, the top for growing families, all throughout North Carolina. And with that growth comes a burden. The burden to keep up, the burden to have the infrastructure to take care of all these wonderful new folks to our communities. And that is something that we can only handle together. That's why these organizations, these regional councils are very important for the sustained growth and the sustained prosperity of our communities. So today, we're going to first kind of go through a history of our regional council, a history of our region. And then we're going to move into the issues that we face currently. And then we're going to go into the future of our region, what we see on the horizon, and how we face those challenges of growth together. With that, we're going to go ahead and turn this thing over. Is this number 3 for Regional Day? This is our 3rd Regional Day. This is by far the largest crowd that I've seen in this room just about ever. So let's give everybody a second. Before we roll a little further, and before I forget, there's somebody that I have to recognize before I hand this mic over to Lee. One of the greatest, most talented human beings in our state. I believe the #1 CFO that we know of ever is here in this room right now. Hope Tally, can you stand up real quick? She just won an award recognized as the best of the best in the state of North Carolina. Thank you, Hope, for being here. I'm going to turn this thing over to Lee and we'll get going. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So managers, stay away from Hope. No, we were very proud that she was named CFO of the Year earlier this week from the NCGFOA. But she's just one of many staff members that we have in the back and that are working today that do really outstanding work. And I'm lucky, this region is lucky to have dedicated members that are doing that work. And just to go off script for 1 minute, I do want to give a chance, since we're all here together, and one of the questions we hear a lot is, now, and it's understandable, there's a lot of things that we do, a lot of things sometimes in the background, and we get a lot of questions. What exactly are you doing right now? What are your priorities? So put staff on the spot and ask them to quickly introduce themselves and what their role is. at the Regional Council. We're also very lucky because we not only have our Central Pines staff that works out of this office, but we also have the Triangle West Transportation Planning Organization that are our partners that also work out of these offices. So I know we have some Triangle West employees here as well, so I want to make sure they get recognized since they work for you and out of this office. So, Jerian, I'm going to put you on the spot. You're the first one I see.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jerian Foster, and I work in the street medicine outreach team here at Central Pines.
Thank you. Monet.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Monet Moore. I'm the principal planner with Triangle West TPO. We do the regional coordination for transportation planning in the western portion of the triangle, and we work very closely with Campo, who covers the eastern portion of the triangle, such as Wake County. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you, Monet.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Haley Merrick, and I'm also an outreach specialist with our Durham Street Medicine program.
I'm Jillian Hall. I'm the Community Health Program Coordinator for the Street Medicine Program in Durham.
Good morning, everyone. Elena Keegan, Local Government Services Director.
Hi, everyone. My name is Grace Berry, and I am School of Government Lead for North Carolina Fellow for Central Pines this year, working under Elena on the Member Services team, also a mouthful.
I'm Beth Seidel. I am our Member Engagement Coordinator, and I also serve as the clerk to the board.
Hey, good morning. I'm Hunter Fillers, Housing Program Manager at Central Pines.
Good morning. My name is Matt Romanwall. I'm a Transportation Planner at Triangle West.
I'm Matt Day. I'm the Transportation Director here at Central Pines.
Good morning. I'm Kara Russell. I am a Senior Transportation Planner at Campo for the eastern side of the Triangle, but my main role is the Project Manager for the Triangle Bikeway.
Thank you. Hope.
I'm Hope Talley. I'm the CFO for Central Pines.
I'm Jenny Halsey, Deputy Director here at Central Pines.
I know we've got a couple that you saw out there. Hannah Schutte, who's a management analyst. Ashley Price is our Assistant Director of the Area Agency on Aging. And then you've also probably seen Hannah Caswell come through, who's the heartbeat of the office. She's the first person you see when you come in. She keeps us all on track. So again, thank you for being here. The chair did a wonderful job of highlighting how important this day is. Regional Day is something that we developed 3 years ago with the specific goal of bringing together stakeholders and local governments and other partners from across the region, really to connect and learn about what's going on, to connect and learn with each other. We time it now because we know there are a lot of newly elected officials that are beginning their roles with local government. So we especially target those newly elected officials to be part of Regional Day, to begin building their network with each other, but also to understand and to connect with us as a regional partner. So today, what we hope you will find and learn is regional trends and emerging issues. As the chair said, learning a lot about the history of the region, learning a lot about the data and the issues that are facing this region around growth and other issues. And then hearing from one of the most important partners that we have had over our 60 years, and really the reason why we were created. You'll hear from the RTP president about the future and about what's being envisioned at that very important centerpiece of our region. So we hope at the end of the day, you'll probably meet some new folks, learn something new, and have some thoughts about how we all can work more effectively together. So again, a little bit about us, and there's some historical documents over here that I invite you to take a look at that highlight some of the work that we've done over the years. We were created in 1959 by the General Assembly as the Research Triangle Regional Planning Commission. Our first director actually was on loan from the Research Triangle Park Foundation, Mr. Piercy Stewart. And so we were created initially to help 3 counties including Wake and Durham and Orange, to think about this idea of Research Triangle Park and what happens if this RTP actually takes off. Well, you'll learn, you know, it did fabulously. And so we've all been working together for many years. So we're a council of governments. We transitioned in 1973 to the Triangle J Council of Governments and took on 3 additional counties. At that time, we took on Chatham, Lee, and Johnston. And then about 20 years ago, Moore County joined us when the COG that represented them went out of business. So our mission in a nutshell, our 50 local governments are our primary customers, and we're here to help those local governments and staff work together for really a stronger future as a region. Yes, I have 50 local governments and 50 board members. So, and some of them are here. So if you're on the board of Central Pines, would you raise your hand as part of my bosses, my 50 bosses? Mr. Smith's being, he finally raised his hand. Taking notes, good for you. Thank you to these elected officials for giving additional time to serve on our governing board. We really appreciate it. Again, our members, 50 local governments. We are one local government away from being 100% membership. Very, very close. I know Ms. Ferguson has been a big champion of getting us to 100%. We represent over 2 million residents in the region and growing very quickly. Here are our focus areas, and we're actually working right now on a new strategic plan. So these are likely to shift a little bit as we move into our next strategic plan. But right now, we have work in aging and human services, housing, community economic development, environment and resilience, mobility and transportation, and then just supporting our local government members in a lot of different ways. A little more about the history. I sort of gave a preview to this in my opening remarks. Created in 1959 by the General Assembly. One interesting fact, it's actually an interesting fact, because a lot of people assume that we're a nonprofit. We are a local government under North Carolina state law. We have authority to do really anything that a county or a municipality can do, empowered by our 50 local governments through our charter. Really, the only things we really cannot do are levy taxes and create region-wide ordinances. We couldn't create a region-wide zoning ordinance, but we could do almost anything else, but really there for our members to leverage for regional scale. So the key founding challenges sounds pretty familiar with what we were talking about earlier. Coordinating multi-jurisdictional development and leveraging the Research Triangle Park for regional growth. That was in our founding documents, and I think it still is very, very true today. Although that area, right, that we're leveraging and that we're trying to coordinate has certainly grown by leaps and bounds from 1959. So a few milestones, some of those are on the table. The big document over there is in 1969. It's the first regional really development guide and vision for our region. It contemplates what happens if we actually get to 1 million people. I think we did that. So that's one milestone. Another milestone, did you know that we were the nation's first regional water quality management plan? And that's something that we still have a large hand in, is helping to coordinate the large utilities in our region around water and sewer issues. And then also at one of our conferences, and I'm glad Brian's here from Go Triangle, one of the conferences that we hosted, 30 some years ago, is where Triangle Transit Authority, and now Go Triangle, was birthed and thought of, and we appreciate you being here. So a lot of things have happened around the Research Triangle Regional Planning Commission table, Triangle J table, Central Pines table. And so, again, this is just a next step in what we have been trying to do and doing for over 60 years. And we're just really proud to have you here today to continue that conversation. So enough for me.